Hello all. Doing a recording for YouTube. I tried to do the live streaming and they say my channel doesn't qualify. I don't know, so I'm just going to record this. Record it and post it. It should work. Take a deep breath. I'm at my office. My name's Faith Storms. I'm a therapist and I've been posting live videos on Facebook and wanted to post a video here on YouTube about the topic I was talking about last night. And this topic is how to deal with change, what change does to us. So this is taken from an email that I got from my coach, Deborah Donalinger, who does EFT and health and wellness coaching. And she sent an email out yesterday, and when I read it, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to talk about this. So in this email, she shared 5 different points, 5 different steps and parts of the process of change. And this was through a change management training program, like to train managers and businesses of like when things change in their business, what happens and what's it like for everybody. So, okay, so I'll just get right to it. Well, and the reason I'm doing this is because as I go through these various effects of change, a lot of you will go, oh my gosh, I've been wondering about that, or I've been noticing that. So I want to normalize the fact that with the changes going on with the coronavirus and schools closing and businesses closing and things altering and people being told to work from home and all these changes are necessary and important and we need to do it. And I'm not going to make a speech about that right now. I'll do that in another video. But the changes are necessary for everyone's well-being, but they're changes. Change is always stressful. Anytime we're dealing with stress, it is difficult. It is hard on our nervous system. It is taxing. And there are specific consequences of change. So, number 1, change. When things change, the very first thing to keep in mind is that everything will take extra effort and you will get less done. There you go. There's the truth. Even if you're doing tasks, like right now, even if you're doing the tasks that you always do, that you do every day, like let's say your job isn't any different. Let's say you're just doing what you always do. What you're going to notice, oh, I've got glare on my glasses too, though, so I hope that's not bothering you. It's bothering me. Let me move and see. Is that any better? No. Okay, let me stop. Who cares? Glare on my glasses. Oh, if I go closer, I don't see it. So even if you're in a job that has not changed right now, as you do your tasks today, tomorrow, you'll notice, wow, like I'm having a harder time doing this, or it's taking me longer to do this thing that doesn't usually take that long. That's normal because your system is stressed by the changes going on in your environment. And then if you're in a job that has changed because of the outside environment, you may be doing new tasks or different tasks, or you're doing things differently. And so your brain's like, okay, how do I do this? So number 1, everything is going to take extra effort and you will get less done. It's just, you're going to be less productive. Okay. So that's number 1. Number 2, the suggestion is set very short-term goals and very short-term to-do lists. So if you're used to planning weeks at a time, the suggestion is plan for days. If you're used to planning days at a time, plan hours. Roll it back. So don't look for, in 2 months, here's where we're going to be. Oh, well, heavens no, we can't think about 2 months. Roll it back today. What do you need to do today? And this point reminds me of the 12-step groups that talk about 1 day at a time. There you go. Wisdom, 1 day at a time. And even sometimes 1 hour at a time. It's just like it's doing the next right thing. It's like, okay, what do I need to do right now? What do I need to do right now? What do I need to do right now? Get through your day. And please, please, please do not beat yourself up about this. Self-compassion is really, really important, and I'll do a video on that too. Um, maybe that will be that may be the topic for later today. It's very easy as we're having a hard time struggling through being productive to then beat ourselves up about why aren't I more productive and why can't I do more and what's wrong with me. Nothing's wrong with you. You're in crisis mode. You're experiencing a lot of stress. We all are. And we all deal with stress differently. And that's okay. That's okay. But the idea that, oh, I'm going to be super productive and I'm going to get so much done, and no, that's not a realistic expectation. So please, like, take that off your plate. Take that pressure off yourself. So it's fine to have goals and structure. Definitely, definitely. Make a schedule. Make structure. Have to-do lists. But don't be surprised if you're not able to accomplish them the way you usually do. So just dial down your expectations. There we go. Dial them down. Dial them down. Number 3, give yourself a break. Self-compassion, and I'll probably do a video on self-compassion soon. So give yourself a break. Celebrate small accomplishments. If you did half of the things on your list today, hallelujah. If you got through today, hallelujah. If you didn't have a nervous breakdown today, hallelujah. It's fine. Like, and if you got nothing done today, that's okay too. If you just made it through, until things settle, until this crisis is passed, it's hard. It's going to be hard. So give yourself a break, celebrate small things. Number 4, reevaluate your priorities, especially right now with everything going on. Something that a week ago was top priority, oh, this is so important, this is what I need to do, may not be important right now. Now, a month from now, it may be important again. So again, the bangs are getting a little long. Don't beat yourself up about, oh, wow, I need to change what I'm focused on. Of course you need to change what you're focused on. We've got a situation here. That's okay. That is okay. Take a deep breath and shift what you're doing. Just set the old priorities aside. You'll get to them. You will get to them. You'll do it another time. It's okay. It's okay. The world will not end. Things are changed right now. But we'll be back to the normal old life stuff soon, but we don't know when. So reevaluating priorities, shuffling what you're doing, changing up what you're doing is completely, it's got to be done. When things change, we have to change. There you go. And the fifth suggestion on the list was about communication. Now, this was a training, this was like a management training program. So in this case, they were talking about managers, like bosses, communicating with your team and communicating with your people. But this point also applies to, say, families or people you live with, people you work with. Communicate. If changes are happening in structure and procedure, communicate. Remind people. Remind yourself. If you're dealing with a family thing, remind. Again, people are in crisis. People are under stress. When we are under stress, our brains don't work very well. Memory does not work very well. People will need a lot of reminders about everything. So there's also where we need a lot of compassion. And I'm putting my hands over my heart because that's the physical action for kind self-compassion. We all need a lot of compassion right now, a lot of patience right now. None of us are 100%. None of us are functioning 100% because this is all going on and we're all feeling the effects of the stress. So take a deep breath. Take several. Breathe in, breathe out. Slow down. No, you will not get as much done. You will not get as much accomplished. It's okay. Do what you can. Do what you can. And get back at it tomorrow. And please eat some food. Drink some water. Drink some juice. Stay hydrated. Get some rest. Take a nap if you can. Go to bed early. Be careful how much news and media you're taking in. And that's for me too, because I'm very obsessional and I get obsessed. And so take some breaks. I'm not saying don't listen, because I can't follow that advice. So I'm not going to tell anybody to do what I can't do. But every so often, take a break. Just stop. And read a book. Go for a walk outside. Play with your animals. Go take care of your animals. Go take care of your plants. You know, if you're a plant person, tend to your plants. Do some movement, do some stretching, do some exercise at home. Don't go to the gym. You're not allowed to in Maryland at any rate. Do some nice things. It looks like a bright sunny day out. Go for a walk. Just don't congregate with people. Just don't get a whole bunch of people together, but go for a walk. That's absolutely fine. And breathe. Lots of breathing, lots of breathing. Take care of yourself. The best thing we can do for ourselves in a crisis situation is stay strong and stay healthy. And that means caring for our physical body. That means caring for our mental body. And that means caring for our emotional self, our hearts. So be kind to each other. Be good to each other. Self-compassion and compassion for others. And I will probably talk about self-compassion later today. Yeah, I think so. All right. So there are the points on dealing with change. Again, reminder number 1, everything is going to take more effort and more work right now. And you're not going to be as productive, because that's just what it is. Hope this was helpful, and stay tuned for more videos on more topics. Bye-bye.